Do quality insurance leads actually exist? Chances are your lead source is giving you garbage. My name is Jason Feldman. I'm going to be giving you 2 ways to check the quality of your leads and then the number 1 way to improve those leads. Let's dive in right now. The number 1 way to check the quality of your leads is to check the contact rate. The contact rate is going to tell you whether or not the lead data is legitimate or not, right? If you're not getting a hold of anyone, or maybe you are getting a hold of some people, but they're saying like they never filled out anything and it's like the wrong person's name or something like that, then you know that your leads are not quality. We see that happen all the time. The number 1 way is that contact rate. You want to make sure in day 1 that you're getting in contact with, I would say, at least around 20% of your leads. That's calling them multiple times that day. And so that's a very good indicator whether or not your leads are good. Number 2, if your leads are saying they're in the market or not. Even if they're not in the market, right? Even if they just bought insurance within the last month or 2, then they probably did fill out the form. But some people say that they never filled out anything. They're not looking for insurance and, they never wanted it. If you hear that frequently, like over and over again, and I would check the recordings, I wouldn't just take it from your sales agents, but I would check the recordings to make sure they're saying that, then chances are your lead source is giving you garbage. So those are the 2 ways to check the quality of your leads. The number 1 way to improve your leads is to have a rock solid opener. You have to check the way your agents are opening their opening line with the person on the phone. Most people don't want insurance quote, right? I mean, who does? I know even when I want an insurance quote, I don't want an insurance quote, if you know what I mean. So making sure that no matter what, they're staying on the phone, that they're not hanging up, is the key way to make sure that your leads are good. Why? Because then that will convert into a quote. A lot of times we see agents, and this is after listening to hundreds, if not thousands of phone calls in my own agency, that our sales agents were just dropping the phone call. Like they were initiating the hang up. I mean, if you're spending a lot of money on leads, you can't do that. I mean, it's too much money, right? What we found is that over 50% of leads will turn into quotes if you just keep asking them questions. So that's it. Like, make sure that you're listening to your phone calls of your agents, reaching out to leads and making sure that they just keep talking to those leads. There isn't a bad lead as long as there's somebody on the line. If there's somebody on the line, it's a good lead because it's a human. I once had this sales agent, I think she would talk to maybe 3 people at the most a day, and she would be selling at least 1 policy a day. So she'd probably get around 2 quotes of the 3 people. She would talk to them forever, and she would always close someone. She talked to them long enough, and her opener was great. She genuinely cared to connect and to talk to that person. And everybody on the phone felt it. And it was incredible. And it was all because she didn't sound like a robot. She genuinely connected with the person. Even if the person didn't want to talk, she kept talking to them and would connect with them at some point. So it was pretty cool. So quality insurance leads actually exist? Maybe. So that's the answer to that question, is maybe. I mean, what is quality? Even if all the information's right, you're going to be calling them. They're probably going to be in the middle of doing something else. They don't want to talk about insurance. They're not going to want to stay on the phone. So there's never the most teed up, perfect situation. And if that's what your agents are waiting for, they're going to be sad. So if we train them to really kill it with even bad leads, then when somebody calls in or they have some sort of objection, they're going to handle it fine. So that's my tips for the day. And if you want to have a checklist of the best things that you can do to crush it with internet leads, go to the iDudes.com. We have a free checklist there. Download it. Go over that, and I'm sure you're going to dominate. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and do all the things that, keep watching these videos. We got a ton of other tips and tricks for you and your agency to dominate with insurance leads.